doing the same thing. Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, so it's not just like
We got to give him a break.
Yeah, absolutely. Good, good. Luckily, my back is mostly to it, so you don't have to deal with it the entire time I want. It's okay, how's it?
From page 11. Hine maton umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine maton umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Together on this day. Hine maton umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine maton umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it
how
is,
sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine maton umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine maton umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad.
All right.
Page 12. And on this Sisterhood Shabbat, I'm featuring melodies all by female composers. First, Hine Mato was Alana Arian. The Shalom Aleichem is by Daphne Rosenberg of Nava Tehillah. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Mamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Zeitchem Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 19. With another Daphne Rosenberg, among others. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat ekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat
Cantor mentioned, this is our annual Sisterhood Shabbat, and it's our first one in our courtyard. And actually, it's our first one in our newly renovated courtyard. That's pretty special, sister. Well deserving, I think. Isn't it beautiful? Just take a moment, look. Just stunning out here. I think you have the better shot than Ken and I, personally. Although I'm not sure we get to see you. That's kind of the best shot, actually, now that I think about it. Thank you. I was like losing it, dude. It's so good to be here. Yeah, tough crowd. So it's my great honor to invite the president of Sisterhood, Joy Powell, to lead us in the Shabbat candle lighting on page 25.
In every beginning, there is darkness. The darkness of chaos seems eternal. Yet form emerges, life dawns, and life is born.
In
the beginning, the Most High made heaven and earth. In every beginning, there is darkness. The darkness of ignorance, which smothers human dignity. The darkness of fear, which chokes the creative will. The darkness of tyranny, which stifles freedom.
The Most High said, "Let there be light."
The Sabbath candles celebrate the divine power that makes for life and light. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu ad ner shel Shabbat. Blessed is the eternal power that inspires our people to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Blessed is the source of life and light.
May we be blessed with the light of dignity, creation, and freedom. May we be blessed with a life of joy, love, and peace.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We got to do our normal. Now that we've welcomed Shabbat, I invite you to welcome the person next to you. If you don't know someone, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Introduce yourself to someone you don't know. Hey, Zachary. Hey, Zachary. Zachary. Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, we continue on page 26. These words from a distant time express the Sabbath's inner meaning. When creation rests and existence is sure, when chaos is ordered and being is securely launched upon its voyage, then is the Sabbath born. Through the centuries, Israel has given itself to the Sabbath, seeing it as the climax of its life, even as it was the climax of creation. The Sabbath blessed the people and received in return the grateful responses of their changing lives.
The centuries changed the people, and the people changed the Sabbath. In periods of darkness, the Sabbath glowed with the promised Messiah's light. To those in torment, the Sabbath brought its healing power of peace. In times of freedom, the Sabbath was brilliant with reason and knowledge. The centuries, the people, the Sabbath continue to change. People belong to their time. The Sabbath belongs to the people.
Now Sabbath is with us. Now we reach out for the divine in ourselves and in the world. In freedom, each of us seeks the Sabbath of the soul. Here, time and place invite our commitment to the ancient purposes that are our present hopes. Now, time and place are one, bringing promise of triumph over anguish and despair. And when we have gone from this place on our separate ways, may our words and promises bring fulfillment and peace. May our words and promises become deeds, bringing fulfillment and peace. In this sanctuary, we seek to free ourselves from the fears and conflicts that estrange us from one another. May our words and thoughts give us hope and strength. We therefore acclaim the eternal power in the universe that helps us to grow in understanding and love and leads us to freedom.
Page 28. Yikadal v'yitkala shemei rava Yomadi raku teviam nechmachu te V'chayecham u'chanecham u'chayetechol Beit Yisrael Bakala bakala u'bisman karim V'meru amen Yehi Shnei Rabba Mevarach V'yalam V'yam Me'al Maya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitchadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shemei V'kudashah V'yehu Le'elam Yikol V'chata V'shirata Tushvechata Nehemata Damiran Yalma V'meru Amen.
It's been a while since we've used the Siddur, so to refresh your memory, you'll notice on page 29 on the bottom of the page, there's an arrow pointing up. Look at that. You see an arrow pointing up or an arrow pointing down, that tells you if you're able to please rise. So in theory you should, or please be seated, depending on which one it is. I guess you could choose, I guess. It depends on which part of the hemisphere you're on. Okay.
We continue with Baruch Hu by Rochelle Nelson.
Page 31. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, ומשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה. ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
There was silence, there was chaos, there was a voice. A mind went forth to form worlds. Now order reigns where chaos once held sway.
The law makes evening fall, the law brings on the dawn.
The moon follows the customs paths, constellations their patterned ways.
Sovereign is the will that orders the stars in their courses in the skies. Sovereign is that will.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael. Torah u'mitzvot, hukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbenu, u'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu, me'orech yameinu, u'vanem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavat al tasir, mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Yisrael.
And how unyielding is the will of our people Israel. After the long nights, after the days and years when our ashes blacken the sky, Israel endures. Heart still turned to love, soul turning to life.
So day and night, early and late, we will rejoice in the study of Torah. We will walk by the light of mitzvot. They are our life and length of our days. Praise be the source of life and love, and Israel our people.
Let's take a deep breath in. Exhaling out. Another deep cleansing breath in.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam Vaed.
Please turn to page 36.
Lema'anecha
Page 38. We worship the power that unites all the universe into one great harmony. That oneness, however, is not yet. We see imperfection, disorder, and evil all about us. But before our eyes is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. These two we have known in some measure. There is evil enough to break the heart, good enough to exalt the soul. Our people has experienced untold suffering and wondrous redemptions. We await a redemption more lasting and more splendid than any of the past. When will redemption come?
When we master the violence that fills our world.
When we look upon others as we would have them look upon us.
When we grant to every person the rights we claim for ourselves.
Once we are in bondage, then we were free. In this first liberation, our people saw revealed the power of the Most High. They perceived that God's presence redeems time and event from the hands of tyrants. We too acclaim the power that makes for freedom. We sing the song that celebrates our deliverance from Egypt and all bondage.
Before Ve'ahavta, we had a couple of beautiful Debbie Friedman melodies. This Michamocha is by Hannah Tiferet Siegel. Yai, 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 yai,
Page 40.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Ashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu. Ashkiveinu, L'shalom. Adonai Eloheinu, Ashkiveinu Leshalom.
We continue on page 42, the central portion of our worship, our tefillah. I see an arrow on 42 is all I'm saying.
Adonai sevatai tifta ufia b'tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל העליון, אומר חסדים טובים, ושונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו ואהבה, מלך חוזר ומושיע ומרים. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, ועזרא שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה נא ומושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, משני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות העול. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעמדוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
On page 46, the holiness of this day is not for this day alone. We must make it overflow into all our minutes to hallow our weekdays from these sacred moments, hour by hour, to make the world a sanctuary where every human soul may be at home. Oh, may the awe we feel at times at the miracle of one another united in prayer be with us tomorrow. Keep tenderness in our words, our touch, and our look. Praise be the world and the power within that makes for holiness. Please be seated.
No, please take it. That's my job. That's interesting. I see what I did here. Let me go back to the right page now. I almost started the service over for all of you. I'm so sorry. Well, I think I'm going to move right to the end now. That's what you're right. Is that where you think I am? 47? Is that what you say? 48? No. Let's do. I think right now 49 makes a lot of sense. 49. Let's join together. We give thanks for the return of our people to Zion, remembering the pain of her birth We pray that now and always she may have peace and safety. We give thanks for the freedom in this land. We pray for the peoples of every continent. May their highest hopes be made real, their noblest visions fulfilled. Praise be the strength and love that makes every land and people grow for justice and right. Such simple and beautiful words. Page 52. We live in two worlds, the one that is and the one that might be. Nothing is ordained for us, neither delight nor defeat, neither peace nor war. Life flows and must freely choose. We can, if we will, change the world that is into the world that may come to be. As you're taught from of old, keep your tongue from evil and your lips from deceitful speech.
Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it.
Be of the disciples of Aaron, loving peace and pursuing it.
Loving all human beings and bringing them to the Torah.
The whole Torah exists only to bring peace, as it is written.
Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace.
Let justice dwell in the wilderness, righteousness in the fruitful field.
For righteousness shall lead to peace, it shall bring quietness and confidence forever.
Then all shall sit under their vines and under their fig trees.
And none shall make them afraid.
I invite you to close your siddur, your prayer book, for just a moment. Well, we begin a new book, the Mikvah. And the beginning of this new book of our Torah begins with a census. I think it's very appropriate on Sisterhood Shabbat that we talk about that census for a moment, because the census only mentioned men. That's my debar. Yeah, right. It's interesting, isn't it? And of course, scholarship talks about the fact that there are at least around 2 million people, not the 500 or 600,000 that are mentioned. And they don't mention not only the women, but the children, and those that are older, the veterans of life, those that are infirm, those who are ill. It's interesting. So, that's one part of the portion. Another part of the portion that I think is really kind of cool is the Ohei Moed, the tent of meeting. Because it's this idea that in the wilderness, when we are in a lot of fear, we don't know what's coming. We knew what we had in Egypt. We don't know what's in front of us. It's a lot of fear. And so knowing that we had this tent of meeting that was a symbol of God's presence amongst us provided that sense of safety, that sense of security, that we're going to be okay. And I bring that up because I think it's so important in today's world that we talk about safety and security for people. It's important. And I think on this Sisterhood Shabbat, it's also important for us to understand how many generations of women that didn't feel that way in this country, let alone anywhere else in the world. How unfair it absolutely is in our society that a man and woman could be up for the same job and yet treated so very differently on so many levels, from financially to just the respect issue. One of the things that I've really appreciated, as you all know, I love baseball. But I love that the A's have a female announcer now, play-by-play announcer. And I think you've seen more of that. There are coaches. See, the San Francisco Giants actually have a female coach on the staff. They were the first to do that. We'll give them that. When we can't, we'll give the Giants that one. Well, that's going to be interesting because I think we saw in the Little League World Series about 5 or 6 years ago, that young woman who pitched and was amazing. And I think we've seen that a couple times, right, a female. And I think that eventually will happen. It's interesting, my daughter, when she was young, would play softball. I taught her how to pitch in baseball. And she was frustrated because there's nowhere for her to take that skill set as a woman. She goes, I don't play softball, I want to play baseball like you did, Dad. Right? And I think that's kind of the issue. The issue is every person should be able to do what's in their heart. Let's get over the gender issues. If one is born a male and becomes female and then plays in a female sport, why is that fair crap? I don't want to hear it. Doesn't matter. Shouldn't matter to any of us. What should matter is how beautiful it is that that person became who they're meant to be. I love that. I think that's what it's all about. And that is a sense of safety. We should be who we are. And we should be proud of that. women should not be under anyone's thumb anymore. And to live in a society that's so misogynistic still is really offensive. And we can whine about it. I am right now. But in the end, we have to do something with this. And November is part of that for me, no doubt about that. That's still my number one issue, is how women are treated in our society. Number one. So I'm going to think about that when I vote in November. I'm sure you will too. But I'm going to think about that right now, because it's not just about voting in November. We need to talk about this stuff every day. When you are dealing with someone young and you're mistreated and you're a woman, that's an opportunity for teaching in a lovely way with respect, but teach. When a young male doctor acts as he or she may, or in this case he, as my mother, in blessed memory, said to her doctor once, stop treating me like an old lady. We have to be empowered. And we have to advocate for ourselves, because no one's going to do it for us necessarily, as we learned already. So, that's what happens, sister, when you don't do the departure rabbi grants. So, let's take a deep breath in. And I want you now to close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to consider, what is your Ohel Moed? What is your place of safety within you? Where is that place? And go there now. And feel the love around you. From your family in the past, those around you now, your congregational family right now. You are safe, you are secure, and you are loved. We pause in silent reflection.
Oh, say shalom, be love. Oh, say shalom, be love. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu.
Let's take another deep breath. We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. On this Shabbat, we think of Seth Ammerman, Janet Abrovich, August Al, Ira Berkowitz, Don Barnett, Mort Berlant, Dr. Arnold Berliner, Pauline Bronstein, Carol Brindell, Francie Brown, Betsy Hammercar, John Castro, Talia Sorowski, Bonnie Coleman, Deanna Courtwright, Ellen Dover, Toby Ellman, Diane Fisher, Jenna Fishoff-Hyman, Holly Puget, Juan Garcia, Josie Garcia, Marcia Garcia, Jerry Gassman, Marcia Geezer, Libby Gray, Jack Haas, Olivia Hand, Avram Harris, Linda Harris, Rob Haas, Linda Hoffman, Sharon Jackson, Rolando Johnson, Mimi Jones, Sylvia Karp, Joy Kaiser, Noed Lahat, Elizabeth Ledwitz, Dan Lee, Carol Lerner, Jackie Levinson, Bobby Lotman, Janice Lucero, Maureen McIntyre, Stephen Marceri, Rich McCarthy, Scott McCaslin, Misty Johnson, Barbara Wanamaker Neiman, Naomi Nakana Matsumoto, Nathan Orloff, Glenn Overstreet, Gilbert Palazzo, Melanie Pearson, Barry Pinsley, Ann Port, Sherry Prezant, Stephanie Rasmussen, Ramon Rivas, Linda Rogers, Julius Rodriguez, Daryl Sanchez, Laura Sanders, Victoria Schneider, Norman Schoenfeld, Norma Slavit, Laura Sepulstra, Rabbi Jonathan Stein, Jonathan Stern, Margie Stein, Donna Thyman, Sue Timpson, Carol Turnbull, Sue Witten, Monica Wiley, Yaakov Ben Eda, Megan Young, Rich Zerberger. If you wish to add another name to our healing list, I invite you to raise your hand. We wish upon all those we mentioned of Refuah Shlema, speedy and complete recovery as we join together in Misa, Levines, Mishabelach.
Page 112. Yishmerach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Yishmerach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Virginia Beck, and I have the honor of giving the announcements this evening. Welcome to our first courtyard Kabbalat Shabbat of the season, led by Rabbi Megat, Temple Shabbat, and Sisterhood. It is my honor to be a part of Sisterhood. They are a true example of mitzvot in all that they do for the temple and for the religious school. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be a part of you. After the service, join us for the back of the courtyard for kiddush, a motzi, and oneg, food. Tonight's oneg is sponsored by Sisterhood, Sandra Kane in memory of her father, Bill, Mira Karp in memory of her mother, Francesca Rubin, and Jeff Rudy in memory of his mother, Sarah. Please check your handout. Did you all get one? They're over there. Our Shalom table, which is actually in the Temple House, or online, for upcoming activities. Tomorrow morning, we'll be hiking in nature. Then the Unity Walkathon on Sunday, and the Shavuot services this week, 9 o'clock on Tuesday night. I'm working on it. We are participating in the Rose, White, and Blue Parade on the 4th of July again, always looking for participants. Now, I'm going to take the liberty of adding something. You all have your calendars? Awesome. Sunday morning, August 11th, 9:30, food. 10 o'clock for a very special adult education program. My experience as me. Quinn, Rabbi, and I, and a member of our community, Judy Rickert, has been working for a year now to put this program together. It's called My Experience as Me, and it's a celebration of the experiences of the LGBTQ plus population. We will have a panel and many wonderful stories, and I hope I will see you all there. When is it? Sunday morning, August 11th. Awesome. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. 9:30 for food. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. A.m.
Yeah, 9:30 a.m. for food.
Are you sure?
Yes, this Tuesday night is really, I always feel Shavuot's the end of the cycle of the year, really, the Jewish calendar. So we have Shavuot, and Tikkun Lev Shavuot is a study session. Traditionally, we study all night. We stay till 1 a.m. So it will be on Zoom, and so it's really easy. You could be in your pajamas, hang out with us. Cantor, Phil, and I will be teaching all kinds of really unique things. There will be, if you stay with me late into the evening, I'll even be doing a guided meditation of the city of Jerusalem. So you are more than welcome to join us. We hope you'll join us. It'll be a really neat study opportunity, very much like the Musar studies we've done, as well as some other cool subjects. And it's going to be all over the place, which will keep you hopping about stuff. So you may think 9 o'clock is late. Well, it is late, never mind. But 1 a.m. is even later, so there you go, right?
I'll be teaching a little bit about women in the cantorate and female cantors. So if you were with me for the Sisterhood retreat a couple years ago, you got a taste of that, but we'll revisit.
And cantor goes first.
I got an early bedtime these days.
Cantor goes first.
She's more like Ken.
That's right. And for those of you that can relate to me, I'm not the brace times during the night anyway, it's not a problem. I think we should probably do Elena now. Yeah. Page 116. good right now. You're gonna do, you should do it right. Good job. Most you bring shampoo? Sometimes services are like a Marx Brother movies with me. Yeah, you just don't know what you're gonna get. I know. Oh, they landed right here and it's Shabbos. I thought, what's a book for? So I was fine.
Uh-oh, they're back. Now they're up.
By the way, you'll notice there are a couple hummingbirds. They're our friends. They're here every day. One of them follows me around sometimes, I swear. He has a red head. You see him, he's my brother. They're beautiful, aren't they? Yeah. It's wonderful praying amongst, you see him? Is that him? That's my buddy. That's my buddy. He has another friend with him often. Yeah. They're really, really neat. Isn't that cool? Here we are. It's like a wild safari out here. Let's take a breath. It is our minhag when we come to the art set list, on hearing the name of your loved one, you choose to stand as a sign of love and grief for that person, and to remain standing till all the names on our yard set list have been recited, then together we'll all rise. On this Shabbat, we are mindful of those that are grieving the Shabbat, the first week of mourning. For the following, we think of the following Israelis that died this week, as we think of Sergeant Rafael Calduz, age 39, Nadav Papovel, age 51, and I'm not sure about the next two. I think these were abductees, yeah. We found they were confirmed this week. Yoram Metzger was 80 years old, who was one of the abductees. Amiram Cooper, who was 84 years old, was also one of the abductees, who's confirmed dead today, as well as Chaim Perry, age 79, another abductee, and Dolev Yehud, age 35, another abductee. We also think of those that are grieving the Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning, for Tim Zimmer, Al Kais, Harriet Weintraub. We also think of the Shana, the first year mourning, for all those that we lost on October 7th, but we also think of all the civilians who died in Gaza and in the West Bank as well. We think of Sheldon Aronowitz, Mark Atlas, Frederick J. Billmeyer, Michael Blevins, Sally Colby, Mal Kosman, Lucille Delman, Jenny Dushansky, Vera Doktorovich, Ingrid Eisenstein, Professor David Ellenson, Frederica Edis, Ruth Fox, Marilyn Fuller, Meyer Goldberg, Vicki Nosanoff Goldman, Bobby Gornberg, Justin Gross, Lily Hannon, Marilyn Hanloff, Lee Henderson, Lynn Hendrickson, Roosevelt Hoover, Helen Epson, Kenneth Johnson, David German, Bob Kaiser, David Lemon, Sandra Lemon, Daniel Long, Nancy Markham, Jean Martzheimer, Maria Bitta McClure, Andrew Miller, Margie Milbat, Roz Mishkin, Ken Nist, Carolyn Offenhartz, Mark Pollock, William Poor, Nancy Polliger, Heidi Preston, Harry Kerwin, Harriet Reisner, Janessa Schwartz, Judith Schwartz, Lois Starr, Shirley Stein, Guy Stern, Marcia Thaves, Scott Toddy, Eleanor Chastain Williams. We also think of the following yard sites we observe on this Shabbat, as we think of Aaron Abelson, Rosalind Applebaum, Steve Berman, Meyer Bloom, Maxwell H. Bloom, Helene Breslauer, Robert Broder, Hy Birdman, Robert Cohn, Neil Crody, Albert Diamondstone, Carl Domino, Anita Eisenberg, Edith Goldine, Samuel Goldstein, Betty Gordon, May Citron Gordon, Sidney Greenberg, Bernard Hawk, Fred Jackson, Joe Jaffe, Bill Kane, Sarah Kaufman, Vera Kessler, Yitada Vitale Vitalau Shmei the Kudusha Avifu, Elam Miko Birchata Vishirata, Tushbechata Venechemata, Damilan Ben Mavilu, Amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabba Mishamaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'akol Yisrael, Yivru, Amen. Osei Shalom B'mhomah, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'akol Yisrael, Yivru, Amen. Please be seated.
Well, I hope you enjoyed discovering that maybe some of the melodies that you love week to week were written by women. Our previous Oseh Shalom was by Alana Jagoda, but I had to close this evening with, I think, probably the OG of the Jewish female composers, and that would be Debbie Friedman. Everyone else has kind of followed in her footsteps. She laid that path. Oseh Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen.
Say shalom. Be makers of peace. It's not enough to just be peaceful. We're going to be makers of peace. Shabbat shalom. All right, keep your quotes in the back.